thank you for popping in for a moment with Celeste, where we are crafting from the heart every day. And today I am going to show you just a quick tutorial on how to make a paper flower. And this comes at the request of my friend Jill, who saw this and has asked that I do a tutorial. And Jill has a page on Facebook called Whispering Hope Kids, and it's KIDZ, and so she does little videos for children to teach them different craft projects. So what we're going to do is, for this one here, I used book pages, simply because I had just recently been working on a book that I was altering, and I had to tear pages out to make room for the new pieces of art that were going into that. So you can use book pages, you can use scrapbook paper, you can use typing paper, you can use grocery sack, any type of paper. Basically what I did is I took and I tore them into about 1-inch strips. And so we ended up with several pages, or several strips. So it's going to just depend on how long your paper is. This one here was made with 1-inch wide strips. If you want it to be a larger flower, you would go with like a 2-inch and work your way up that way. So I have gone, and what you're going to do is you're going to make a little paper train here. You're going to glue them end to end, each strip. Okay? So it doesn't matter how many strips you put in, because if you don't have enough, you can always add on more as you go. Okay, so I have done that. So I have a long strip here that I put together. Okay, I am right-handed, so I'm going to put the tail to the right. And then I am going to start here where I am going to fold under first to make a little crease fold. And then I'm going to fold this back, and then we're going to do like an accordion fold all the way through this whole paper chain, or at least most of it, till I get the size of flower that I want. Now what's going to make this into a flower is that as I am folding this, I am going to crease downward. So it's going to end up being like a circle at the bottom. Can you see that? I know it's kind of hard, my video, but I'm going to just keep folding it, keep bringing it in here. Okay, fold, angle it to be like a circle. And it's very pliable. You can do pretty much what you want to do with this paper. Okay, I'm going to fold it, bring it in as an angle of a paper, or of a flower. So do you see how this is going? You've got it going in a circular shape here. So this is the main guy right here that we just keep creasing until we get as many creases as we want. So see how well it's working here? Keep it going, creasing and getting my little, so it's all folds. I want you to see how it's just all folds. Okay, now I'm going to bring it together here, and we're going to take a peek-see to see how well it's coming. So there's a little hang up here that I don't care for on this side, so I'm going to crease that again. So you can just go back in and fix what you don't like. Okay, so I'm going to crease this one up, crease this one back down. I want it to look as nice as that other side looked. Kind of reminds me of when we used to do the gum wrappers, but you're not doing the crisscross on those. Okay, so I'm going to do just a few more accordion folds on this, and now I'm going to bring it all together. And I want this to be tight. You don't have to have it tight, but I prefer that it be tight. And so then we're going to see where the ends come together here, see? And we're just going to take and glue that in. But I want to glue it so that it's going to be nice and snuggy for me. Lots of finger work on this one, just to make it what you want it to be. And then let's put this in, and we'll put this one around, and we're going to glue this together, those two ends. Okay. Now, it may not look perfect right now, and that's fine because it's going to be perfect, and you'll see why in a minute. So we're going to go through now, and we're going to put a dab of glue. I like to put just a little one under each piece so that it doesn't unfold. I don't want to lose our folds here. Okay. Just going to keep doing this. I'm hoping you can see this and it's not too far up. Press it down as you go. Close the folds as you go when you need to. But you're just basically doing it a little accordion fold, twisting and maneuvering so that it gets into the shape of a circle with the smaller end being at the bottom. These really do turn out cute. And you know, imagine how pretty these are if you do them with colored scrap paper. Wouldn't it be pretty? So I'm just making sure I've got enough glue here. Okay, so we got that. Got that all crumpled up there. I'm going to squish it in more. And then I'm going to go in here and do these edges. And I love this art glitter glue. Now, if you're doing this with kids, you may just want to use Elmer's glue. That'll work just fine. It just may not dry as quickly, but it's okay. Okay, then I'm going to come over to the back. So see how that went, how that came into a circle? Now I'm going to come to the back, and I'm going to do the same thing, just going under a couple pieces here, just to secure them with some glue. Again, the object is to have an entire circle here. And let's see here. Okay. So there we've got that. Now I'm going to tear out this little piece here that was left over, because I don't want that there. It just does look like I need a little glue down here. Then I'm going to just hold it together. Okay. So now I've got my circle. Now what I am going to do now is I am going to take, and again, you don't have to do this, but I am going to take my pinking shears and I am going to take my pinking shears here and I'm going to go around the edges, trimming it off, giving it kind of a symmetric little shape of a circle. But you don't have to do this. You can leave it just like it was because those little edges like that make it pretty as well. Those little raggedy torn edges. So basically this is pretty much whatever you want to do with it. Okay, let's clear that little mess out. Now I'm going to take my inking pad here and I'm going to go around and I'm going to ink my edges. Ink, 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 ink. And then I'm going to come through and I'm going to do some inking on the actual page too of the papers. Okay, so you see what I did? Oops, I pulled one up there. That's what I did. All right. Now, I'm going to put that together. So I thought for this one here, I would take this cute little button to make in the middle. It's kind of got a scoop out of it. And I'm going to use for this one here, just because I want it to hold really well, I am going to do some 3-in-1. But if I had my hot glue gun here, that is what I would be using. I'm going to spread that on because I want that to stick on the paper there. Okay. Now it's going to come, I should have probably done, that's okay. So I'm going to take now a piece of scrap paper to put on the other side here, and this will help hold that button in. Okay, just a piece of, I'm sorry, you can use scrap paper. I had a piece of fabric here, and that's what I'm going to use. Just because it was laying here right next to me today. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and put my glue back in here again. And we're going to put our little piece of fabric on there. You can see I'm pretty liberal here with the glue because I really want to make sure that it's sticking down on everything. The paper, the button, the whole kit and caboodle. Okay, so you see that? So there's the back. And now my front button is hooked onto the fabric that's in there. And that's it. That's your little flower. So there's the one with the button middle, and there's the one with the sunflower. So I hope this helped, and I hope that this technique wasn't too confusing in my tutorialing. And anyway, I wanted to say good night, good day, good morning, wherever you are at in this world. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.